Friends, DeFi is having a moment. Uniswap Labs web app and wallet connect you to the excitement. Swapping and bridging are simple, low cost, and lightning fast across 13 chains, including Base, Arbitrum, and Unichain, the new Layer 2 network designed for DeFi. Thanks to deep liquidity on Uniswap Protocols, you get minimal price impact on every trade, now with even greater efficiency through Uniswap v4. Swap, send, on ramp, off ramp, and bridge into a bright future. Get started at uniswap.org. Are the memes back? Maybe they never went anywhere. On today's episode of Markets Daily, we take a look at Pump, a Tron-based token issuer gaining steam again, and Launch Lab, the token issuance platform created by Solana-based decentralized exchange Radium. Now, let's just start here. Yesterday, Justin Sun took to X to tweet Tron meme season, which, like everything on X, got mixed reactions. Crypto Cowboy said, haven't seen a good Tron meme in months, RIP. Well, Coin Mamba said, Justin, we moved on from memes. And Jaganyans simply asked, is it? You tell me if it is. More than 590 new tokens were issued on Pump, making it the highest issuance in 4 months. Sun also posted on X that trading fees are going to be subsidized and that every meme coin would be, quote, back on Tron. Pump peaked in August 2024 and saw a sharp decline in activity after that. Could the recent uptick point to a meme resurgence? Well, Pump isn't the only platform gaining attention right now. Radium's Ray token jumped 13%, outperforming the broader market, as the decentralized exchange revealed its own token issuance platform called Launch Lab. The platform is expected to launch in the coming weeks, with Radium hoping to drive more revenue with the product. Now, according to some reporting that was done by Blockworks, the platform will initially resemble Pump.Fun, but will have added features. Radium developer Infra said on X, we are not here to compete with launchpads currently using Radium. Launch Lab makes on-chain tokens easier for teams offering a neutral, permissionless infra. Our goal, empower Solana's ecosystem, not gatekeep it. Now, according to a Dune dashboard, as of February, 30% of daily trading volume came from Pump.Fun tokens. But in February, Pump.Fun moved away from using Radium as its migration platform by launching its own AMM tool, meaning that tokens would be available for further trading on Pump instead of Radium. So what does Radium's launch mean for platforms like Pump.Fun? Titan founder Chris Chung says it can have an ecosystem impact.
Yeah, I think in DeFi, you have to do one, two things. You either control order flow origination or you control the actual liquidity, right? So what Radium was doing with trying to launch their own, I guess, token launchpad type of thing was that with Pump.Fun creating their own AMM DEX, this effectively just limits the amount of liquidity that Radium can actually provide, which does lower the fees, impacts the entire ecosystem on that side. So in response, it's only logical that Radium would try and launch a competing product to bring back that meme coin liquidity that Pump.Fun was depositing on Radium back to himself instead of, losing all that volume, losing all that liquidity over to Pump.Fun's new AMM. I think it's been in the cards for a long time now. I think Pump.Fun started with the Radium integration because it was a trusted, battle-tested program. But now Pump.Fun's got enough reputation, got enough, clout within the ecosystem that they can really launch their own product and people wouldn't really mind. But, Radium is now trying to enter the vertical. It's whoever can control that liquidity to provide to, I guess, people, provide to traders to actually put volume through now.
Now, these token issuance platforms seem to keep launching, seem to keep trying to get some of that market share. What does the competition look like to you in the future? Is there going to be one winner, or is there a place for all of these token launch platforms?
I feel like it's going to shape out very similar to how we're seeing the DEX ecosystem. There might be one or two winners in terms of who can support general type of token launches, general meme coin launches, but then you start getting some niches, right? Maybe there's this meme coins that specialize for AI usage, for example, and that could be a whole separate dedicated platform. So you have these like separate niches beyond like the general meme coin launchpad type of stuff. We've seen the same thing with DEX, your general AMMs, especially on Solana, with Radium, with the Uni V2 profile, Orca with the Uni V3 stuff. But then you start seeing all these specialized AMMs coming out for like stable coins, for like market making operations. So that's probably what's going to be happening with the launchpads.
And now, if we just kind of zoom out, everyone's looking at what the Fed is going to say here in the United States. Markets are pretty volatile right now, given the political backdrop. Where do meme coins fit into the conversation from where we're sitting today?
Yeah, like to me, it's personally hard to draw a direct parallel with all the macro events, all the political events, especially with the tariffs and stuff. But I think it's just moving in lockstep because people are kind of treating crypto like, to me, a leveraged high tech stock. And that's just moving up and down with traditional markets on that side. I think it's just like a very highly correlated beta play as of this stage. But there's always opportunity. If people will start buying the narrative again, then meme coins will diverge from this type of trend that's taking place with like political and macro events.
Now, before I leave you, I come back to this question. Are meme coins back? Token Metrics CEO Ian Balina says he doesn't think so.
Meme coins are not back at the moment. They were definitely one of the leading catalysts for the market last year. But right now, looking at the data, trading volume, and everything, meme coins are not back.
But Chris says if you look at volume, they actually never went anywhere.
Well, I don't think they ever really disappeared. Like we did suffer a serious drop in volume after the Libra fiasco on that side. But if I take a look at the actual volume on chain, especially for meme coins, it's still a lot higher than it was for the majority of 2024 when the meme coin craze was happening. So I do think that it's still there. There is still significant volume being traded on meme coins. It's just, the narrative that you see on crypto Twitter right now, I think is just not that good, but it doesn't reflect underlying volumes that are still flowing through the entire meme coin sector. I think meme coins have captured a very interesting niche in capital markets. It's basically you're investing in a narrative that will only, you're making a bet on is this narrative good enough and how long will this narrative last? I think people do want to place bets on that. And I think, this is something that's very, very intriguing, with all the peanut stuff, peanut, Farcoin, all that stuff that happened. I think there is definitely a place for this within this new type of economy where you can invest in anything on blockchains.
Whether you're investing in meme coins or launching them, you should be careful. And Ian agrees with me there. He faced his own SEC lawsuit in 2022 for promoting a crypto token. He says the SEC is recommending the dismissal of that lawsuit. But here's his advice for investors and creators.
Meme coins are very, very risky. If you go to platforms like Pump.Fun, 99% of meme coins go to zero. So definitely be very, very cautious. Treat them as basically trades. Meme coins are not really the best long-term investment in crypto because most of them end up going to zero. So while platforms like Radium are trying to really compete now in a way versus Pump.Fun, because Pump.Fun was planning to launch its own DEX to kind of capture that market share, it's become more of an infrastructure war between two different large players in the space, which might lead potentially to a bigger market for meme coins in the future, but I would not try to preempt it, trading it in its current market. It's definitely a fun way to build a fully engaged community, but just understand the regulations around it. The SEC has finally come out with pro-crypto regulation. They've put out their stance on what they think meme coins are. They've mentioned meme coins are not securities. But with that being said, you still have to obviously make sure you're not committing any kind of fraud. So they're a great way to build and bootstrap a community around a particular idea, whether it's meme coins around a dog, meme coins around Elon, for example, or any other trending topic, but to definitely tread cautiously, I would say.
All right, that's a wrap for today's episode of Markets Daily. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for coming on this journey with me to better understand what is going on in the crypto markets. If you enjoyed this show, subscribe to the CoinDesk Podcast Network that is available on all podcast platforms. If you prefer to watch us, we are on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. I am Jen Sanasie. We will see you tomorrow.